What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Tesla today, TSLA, at the request of Diesel Killer. I meant to do this one sooner. Time got away from me. I must have forgotten, and we're going to talk about it today. So buckle up, get ready, hit that like button, and without any further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to pull up my camera here. There we go. So let's see. Yeah, man, it's looking good. It is looking good, looking like it wants to move up. My last analysis that I did, I know basically from this time here until this time here, I was saying it's going down, but the last time I talked about this had to have been about a week ago or so. I was pretty confident this was the low and that we would go up. What gave me that confidence? Well, just besides the fact that this trend overall looks pretty damn perfect. It comes in line very well with this descending trend line here. I don't even have to draw it. You can see it with your eyes, right? I would hope. If you don't have eyeballs, maybe not. But low to high, you literally tipped your 1272. Tipped it. Beautiful. You're back at your 100 level. I would think you continue to go higher. I don't think you'll stop at your 886 or your 786, though that is common. It's just not something that you've been doing here. Okay, so, and with that also, where you found your low, it was kind of in this area. On a closing basis, a closing low here, it's right at this area of finding a low there. You're right in the middle of this price action, whatever. You're right at your 1272. I wonder what the relative bigger fib would say from your low to high here. A little bit below. Look, you tipped your 0.5 to a T, right? There's a lot of significance going on. So I do think you're going to get higher. This could be the beginning of a move that takes you above this level. It could take you higher, but at a minimum, I would expect you're going to that 235 to 245 area, and we can actually pull that up too. Relative high to low here. Your 61869 is at 226 to 233. 786 is at 242. That's kind of the area I'm thinking you're going to go to. If we pull up the other relative highs to lows, high to low here, you went to your 786 there. High to low. That's not the high. This is the high. High to low here, you went to your 786, 886. So if we were to kind of fall in line with what we've done the past couple times, relatively speaking, I would think that seeing prices above 240 is where you're going next. Come in line with this green 123 moving average starts to bend down. That could be a place where you reject, depending on what you do, okay? If you reject this zone, you will likely see prices significantly lower than this, right? Significantly lower. You could very well even go back down to these lows near $100, okay? But also you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Generally speaking, on patterns like this, after five legs, you tend to break out, right? And it's not, when I say patterns like this, I'm thinking of a broadening top. I wouldn't say this is a broadening top though. I mean, maybe it is, depending on how you draw it. But if I'm drawing it from starting here, I mean, it kind of looks broadening. This right here, it is broadening technically. As you can see, it is. So actually, that would work. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the fifth leg, that's where you break out, and you could break out to the downside, or you could break out to the upside, right? Your sixth leg would be to the upside, but at that point you're no longer in this pattern like that. If you were to move like this, that's your pattern. This is your impulse up, or your whatever it would be. I'm not a pro at Elliott wave. That's not necessarily what this is. That's more just of common maneuvers of a broadening wedge or a broadening top pattern. Broadening wedge, broadening top is. I think a broadening top is technically the right term, but whatever you want to call it, man. You've definitely found lows at significant areas. You are set up. What I'm trying to say is you are set up to break out of this to the upside. Not only that, you found support on your oversold zone in the RSI. You've cooled off a lot. You've got the momentum. If you build it properly, you've got the momentum to go up to break out of this range. And what would really do it for me on the RSI is if you could break out of this kind of downward channel that you're in right now to the upside. If you can do that, that would just add fuel to the fire. And if you do move up above that 240, 245 level, which also from your relative high to low here, that is your 61869 area. If you can move above that, we'll see you at 346 to potentially all-time highs. Very close to that. I don't think Tesla is ready to break out to new all-time highs, so I would think you get stopped out in this 346 to 373 area. But who knows, man? Who knows? My theory is that Tesla will be in a prolonged kind of consolidation phase for like the next year or so, and then get ready to move up more. But who cares what I think, man? It can do whatever it wants. If it starts to look really bullish up here, you know, that opinion can change, right? But for now, nonetheless, I think it's going up. I really do. I like Tesla. I like the way that it looks right now, man. Bullish divergence on your daily to finish it off. Very oversold. Higher low. It's, yeah, technically bullish divergence. You're getting a positive reaction. There's no volume coming in, but that's okay. It can come in. You know, as we've seen with Bitcoin, right? These moves and CleanSpark, they can start off with low volume, and then as you get to like where it's like really building, you can bring volume in. Will it shoot up straight? Will it take time? You know, it'll probably take time. I don't really expect you see any of these moves moving up here. It's pretty straight up, but not like super straight up, right? It moving up, moving down, moving sideways, but all in all, kind of moving up. I would think that what I'm trying to say by talking about it like that is it's probably not going to be this month that we see prices at that 240 area. Maybe in the beginning of next month, but probably sometime in like, I would think like early to mid-March, we might be at that 240 area. If it happens sooner than that, with good volume, I would think that would be precedence for us to break out. And even if it doesn't happen exactly like that, even if it doesn't happen super fast, we could still have precedence to break out over here. It just depends when we get up there. We're not there yet. I think we're going there. Long story short, see you at 240 or 235 to 245, somewhere in that area. And depending on how you perform up there, we could see you a lot higher. A lot, like a whole nother $100 higher. So Tesla's looking good. Tesla's looking good for now. It's still in a downtrend. Yes, you break that lower high kind of scenario, you can start new things, right? You're in a downtrend, relatively speaking, and then here you do have higher lows, relatively higher highs. I mean, I don't know. It's technically overall downtrend, but consolidation phase maybe is what I'm trying to say. But it looks good. It looks pretty damn good. And yeah, that right there is where I'm going to end it off. So if you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.